he didn't just leave me on the road. He said I was the reason he did it. I still don't know if that's exactly what he said, or if I added the second part later because the first part wasn't enough to carry. Maybe it was different. Maybe worse. I don't know. I'm Clara Hayes. I remember rain first. Or maybe it wasn't rain yet. Maybe it was just the sound of it coming before it actually hit. Evan opened the car door like he was releasing something that had already stopped mattering. "Get out. Take the baby. I don't care where you go." I think he said something after that, too. I keep hearing, "Don't come back," but I don't know if that was real or something my brain stitched in because silence needed finishing. I stepped out holding Noah. Or maybe I was pushed a little. Not violently, just enough that my balance didn't belong to me anymore. Cold hit my face so sharply I forgot what I was thinking about. Evan didn't look back. I remember his taillights, but I also remember thinking later that maybe I don't remember them right. Maybe I just know they disappeared. Noah made that sound again. That small, unfinished sound newborns make when everything is too much for them to understand, but they still try anyway. I kept adjusting the blanket. I don't know why. It wasn't helping. My fingers felt wrong, like they belonged to someone else. Time didn't move properly. I think I stood there too long, or maybe not long at all. Then headlights slowed behind me. I stepped back, or forward. I can't remember which one came first. A car stopped. A man got out. He didn't rush. That detail keeps coming back to me, even though I don't know why it matters. He looked at my necklace first, not my face. I remember that very clearly, even if nothing else is stable. "That pendant," he said. "Where did you get it?" I held Noah tighter. Too tight, maybe. I remember worrying later that I might have hurt him, but he didn't cry more, so maybe I didn't. "My mother's," I said. Or maybe I said, "It was my mother's." I've heard both in my head since then, and I don't know which one happened. His face changed in a way I can't describe properly. Not shock, exactly. More like recognition mixed with something uncomfortable. "What was her name?" he asked. I hesitated too long. I always do that with questions that matter too much. "Clara Hayes." He looked away like the name had weight I wasn't supposed to witness him carrying. "I might be wrong," he said. Or maybe he didn't say might. I don't know anymore. "I think I knew her." Or, "I did know her." It shifts depending on when I think about it. Noah moved again. That pulled me back hard. The man noticed immediately and stepped back like he understood boundaries without being told. "You need warmth," he said. I didn't trust him. Or I did. I honestly can't separate those two feelings anymore because they both felt like survival. I got into the car. I don't remember deciding. That's the part that bothers me most. The heat inside hit too fast, like pain disguised as comfort. He drove without rushing. Or maybe it just felt slow because my head was too loud. "How do you know my mother?" I asked. He didn't answer right away. "I don't know," he said, then paused. "I mean, I did, a long time ago." That correction stuck with me. People usually don't correct themselves like that unless something is unstable. At the hospital, everything was too clean, too bright, too normal. Noah was checked first. Words like stable, okay, low risk. I remember them, but I also feel like I didn't fully hear them at the time. The man stayed outside the room. I don't remember asking him to. When I came out, he was still there, sitting now, like he had been there longer than I realized. "You still haven't told me your name," I said. He blinked like that detail had fallen out of his awareness. "Julian," he said. Then quieter, "Julian Marks. Or maybe Marsh. I've seen it differently in my head at different times." We left the hospital in silence I didn't know how to fill. Someone asked where I would go. I didn't answer fast enough. That silence answered for me. Julian said, "There's a guest place on my property." I think he said no pressure, but I might be adding softness that wasn't actually there. The social worker looked at me, not him. I nodded. I don't remember agreeing. I only remember not refusing. The guest house was too orderly in a way that made me uneasy. Not rich, not cold, just prepared for something messy that hadn't happened yet. He left a key, maybe an envelope. I think there was money, but I didn't open it properly. Or I did and forgot. "I'm not Charity," I said. "I know," he answered. Or I think he did. Then he left. The silence after that felt stored, like it had volume. That night, I broke in pieces that didn't connect. Not crying exactly, just stopping and starting again without control. Evan started texting the next morning. "You left without reason. You're making this worse. Don't let people get in your head." People. As if I hadn't been standing in rain holding his child. But sometimes I wonder if I misunderstood his tone. If he was panicking and I just refused to see it that way. That thought doesn't sit right either. 2 days later, Julian drove me into town. I don't clearly remember agreeing. A lawyer asked simple questions. Did he leave you? Did he take your phone? Did he come back? I answered, but not cleanly. I stopped mid-sentence sometimes, reworded things. The lawyer didn't react. That made it worse somehow. Later, financial records showed things I didn't recognize. Withdrawals, debt, numbers that didn't belong in my version of life. 48,000, or 46. I keep changing it when I think about it. I remember thinking I should have noticed, then immediately thinking maybe I did notice and just didn't register it properly. Then came my mother's name in old records. Julian mentioned it carefully. "I think I found something connected to her." Or maybe her file. I don't remember exactly. Even he didn't sound stable about it. That matters more than the content itself, because nothing feels fully held anymore. Not Evan, not Julian, not my mother, not even my own memory of that night. And Evan, my husband, apparently searched for her name before everything broke. But I don't know why. Every explanation shifts depending on who says it. Nothing stays fixed. That's the part I can't get past. Because I sit here now with Noah asleep against me, and I realize something that doesn't feel like understanding, more like imbalance. I don't think I ever had one version of that night. I think I only had fragments that kept rearranging themselves while I tried to pretend they were connected.